everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will be all about the turnovers. The Packers are #1 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against a Cowboys team that knows they have to take care of the ball. With that, let's get you up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This place first opened way back in 19 Field here in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Yeah, this one's high, but not very far. And he did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a first down.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Rodgers going to throw. Jordy Nelson all by himself. A pickup there of 36. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner. Except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This offensive unit today, they're going to need Dez.
A full combo plate. Size, speed, toughness, not to mention incredible aggressiveness going and getting the football.
Toss. It's McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4.
Have to admit to a little bit of surprise on that play call. Short yardage and they try to go wide. They got spilled for their efforts.
And taken right at the 35. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Here's the offensive unit coming out onto the field in just a moment. Randall Cobb, very good at wideout.
Went to college to be a quarterback. Discovered his talents couldn't be limited to one position. He's a 1,000-yard receiver every year.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Jeff Janis, his first touchdown on on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that tip it.
There he goes, right side. The 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jerick McKinnon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
When it comes to J.J. Watt, we're about out of superlatives, aren't we? So let's just make this simple. One of the best to ever play the game.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
3rd down and 5.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
Now it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And here are the defensive starters, and their coordinator is hoping that they have short-term memories from last week.
A very tough week indeed, Brandon. All they want to do now is be solid right out of the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long for Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Here's McKinnon. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Rodgers now on first down. Got him in, complete. This is Richard Rodgers. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, put the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me. All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. It gets it over the middle. The coverage set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Green Bay first down.
Nice catch by the tight end, Richard Rodgers, and, it came from the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Some things just write themselves, don't they?
That's exactly right. Both spelled R-O-D-G-E-R-S, for those wondering.
There you go.
This is Marshall. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run with Marshall. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Surveying the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the first-rounder, Vernon Hargraves. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. To throw is Prescott. A dump down to McKinnon. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Let's go!
once more with McKinnon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. They run it with McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
McFadden will be the lone setback. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. McKinnon. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward. They'll
break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a beautiful executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. On the tackle, the rookie Jalen Smith. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves.
Here today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And Nelson's got it here right side. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
What often gets lost with Eddie Lacy when he's playing at his ideal weight is his agility and his quickness. But in this case, he's putting that together with his power. And with these early runs, if you're on the defense side of the ball, you've got to stop that now.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye. Now Marshall. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move.
They'll try to run it in. Lacy. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Eddie Lacy as the first half is winding down. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Come on, let's go.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Keith Marshall with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw and complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where
game.